Hi Steve, please tell about your experience in Salesforce. Hi, I have 3+ years of experience where I got opportunity to work on multiple projects that involve implementation of Sales, Service and Experience Cloud. I exclusively worked on customization using triggers, Apex classes, Lightning Web Components, Aura components along with configuration-based stuffs like flows, validation rules, approval processes etc. What are Apex best practices in Salesforce? Apex best practices are: bulkify Apex code, avoid SOQL and AMP, DML inside for loop, write one trigger per object, exception handling in Apex code and use asynchronous Apex. What is asynchronous Apex in Salesforce? How many ways do we have for async processing? Asynchronous Apex in Salesforce refers to the execution of code outside the normal processing flow of a Salesforce transaction by using schedule and batch Apex, queuable Apex, add future methods. What is a batch Apex in Salesforce? Batch Apex is a powerful feature of the Salesforce platform to process large numbers of records, up to 50 million, by processing them in smaller batches of 1 to 2000 records at a time asynchronously. What is the difference between the stateful and stateless batch jobs? Batch Apex is stateless by default. That means for each execution of your execute method, you receive a fresh copy of your object. All fields of the class are initialized, static and instance. If your batch process needs information that is shared across transactions, static and instance variables, then make the batch Apex class itself stateful by implementing the stateful interface. What is mixed DML error? A mixed DML error occurs when you try to persist in the same transaction and change to a setup object and a non-setup object. If you try to update an account record and a user record at the same time. What is the difference between queuable and batch Apex? Queuable Apex can execute faster than batch Apex. Queuable Apex supports parallel execution and has no chaining limit, whereas batch Apex has a limit of 100 pending batch jobs at any given time. How to do communication between Lightning Web Components? There are 3 ways to communicate between LWC components. Using public property at API, parent to child. Custom event communication, child to parent. Publish subscriber model or LMS, no direct relation. How to call Apex class in Lightning Web Component and by how many ways? You can call the Apex methods as functions into the LWC component by calling either via the wire service or imperatively. The method must be static and annotated with that or enabled to be exposed. What is a Lightning messaging service? LMS allows you to communicate between Visualforce and Lightning components. LMS API can publish message throughout the Lightning experience and subscribe to the same message anywhere on Lightning page. What is Lightning Data Service? Lightning Data Service is used to load, create, edit, or delete a record in your component without requiring Apex code. Lightning Data Service handles sharing rules and field-level security for you. What is the difference between SOAP and REST? SOAP is highly structured, typed and transports data in XML capable of handling large data loads, whereas REST is less structured and transports data in JSON or XML capable of handling less bulky data. What is named credential and what is the use of it? A named credential specifies the URL of a callout endpoint and its required authentication parameters in one definition. Offers a secure and efficient means to authenticate and manage external services. What is a connected app? A connected app is a framework that enables an external application to integrate with Salesforce using APIs and standard protocols, such as SAML, OAuth, and OpenID Connect.